Welcome back to episode 2 of the Triple Special Podcast. We are fully loaded tonight. Everybody want to say hi?
What it do? Oh, hey, what's up?
So I figured this episode we can start by answering the hot ticket item on our last YouTube video.
Lee, not to interrupt you here, but I would like to give Robert Wagner, who indeed did beat his brother up in a fight, not the other way around, a big shout out and a big thank you.
Is there rumors that it was the other way around?
Well, yeah, no, that's like fact that it was the other way around, but I'm just being nice.
Okay. Avid listener of the show. Number one, day one fan.
Respect.
He's always been my number one fan, that's for sure.
He's been down since day one-ish.
So, who would win in a fight? Hey guys, a grizzly bear or a gorilla?
We'll see, Lee. Yeah. I think I'm gonna win that fight, honestly.
If my Twitch lore is correct, this stemmed from Nick Merckx asking the question. And he said grizzly bear.
Grizzly bear or a gorilla, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
At first I was team gorilla, and then I looked up a grizzly bear's paw. And those things are fucking knives.
Yeah.
I'm strong on gorilla here.
Is it because the opposable thumbs?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I think that has just has the speed advantage. I think it's going to be a little more agile.
Oh boy.
What if he gets caught though? He's fucked.
Yeah, you're right there. If the grizzly bear at any point in time gets the upper advantage, it's game over. But
yeah, this one's tough.
Well, there was the second part. It was, what do you think the ultimate land animal is? Like, which animal would unilaterally destroy all others? And I went with a rhino.
A rhino?
A rhino.
Huh.
Yeah, but if like a monkey gets on a rhino's back, a rhino's fucked.
A rhino could take that monkey into the water and drown it.
No wait. We're talking gorillas, not monkeys. There is a difference.
That's true. But the rhino can swim. So he could take that bitch down under and suffocate it.
I mean, I feel like a monkey could definitely swim. Or a gorilla. I mean, being as we're specifying.
Yeah, but it's going to get off his back then.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to do a whole lot to a gorilla in the water.
I never actually seen a gorilla swim, so I can't even answer that question.
So hear me out here. I'm taking a cop-out answer. Now, it has to be, like, describe land animal.
Animal on land.
A human.
Yeah, that would be a land animal.
A human. We have, like, brains and thumbs and guns and knives. Like, we hunt other animals. Other animals don't hunt us.
I mean, I think he was talking about, like, animals, not us.
Well, he didn't specify now, did he?
Well, no.
Well, that's his own fault.
You know,
yeah, well, Bobby Wags, if you're listening, get your shit together for your next question.
Joe needs all the details, all the cop-out answers cleaned.
Joe's calling out our one and only fan right now.
I am, and you know what? When this is over, I'm going to message him and let him know how I feel about him.
Lee, did you hear my little shout out to OnlyFans there? One and only fan.
That's our next stop.
The triple special OnlyFans page will be up soon. Before you know it.
Once we get a little traction.
Pure foot pics.
No, you're gonna handle the foot situation.
I'm gonna have my dogs and be like playing with my wieners. For context, I have dachshunds, so nobody thinks I like fuck my dogs.
I'm just gonna post dick pics.
But in like awkward positions. Like one of them's gonna be like you laying on your couch upside down, butt ass naked. You're just gonna find different poses.
Taking a shit.
Taking a shit, the up and under. He's gonna like get an alignment stance, and it's gonna be a from behind pick.
Well, we can offer $100 video of diarrhea.
Doing a handstand.
I would pay money to see that one.
I don't know if I can do it.
Oh, but all that.
Pictures of me showing my dick to strangers. Pictures of me showing my dick to the cops. Pictures of me showing my dick in jail.
Pictures of
Pictures of you getting dick in jail.
Yeah,
pictures
that's
of
true.
you meeting your roommate Bubba and you becoming his baby girl.
Ooh. I'm his prison bitch.
Sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
I didn't have anything to say. I was just laughing.
So I was
Anyway.
listening to this podcast, and they were talking about how they were some guy was in jail and he was getting fucked by by 5 black dudes, and they said to him, "You're lucky you're black, because if you're a white, we wouldn't use lube."
Well, that's a little like dirt.
Anyway, I never really answered the original question. So between the gorilla and the bear, I don't know. That's tough because Joe posed a good point. The gorilla can outmaneuver, I guess, the bear. But if the bear gets the hold of it, then I think the bear wins. So I'm gonna have to say the bear.
See, I'm thinking of like looking. I don't know if you guys ever saw King Kong versus Godzilla.
Well, I mean, what's the situation here? Are we like Michael Vick dogfighting these two animals, or
That's what I assume. We're in a closed environment.
Oh, if we're in a closed environment, it's a grizzly bear and it's not close.
yeah?
If we're talking like out in nature,
With trees and
Then,
shit.
yeah, then the gorilla has the upper hand because
Again, this wasn't specified in the question.
the
no,
gorilla has
put
maneuvered.
together, Wags.
And Lee, I don't think you said rhino for the
The ultimate
yeah.
destroyer.
And Joe, Lee is saying that your human answer is disqualified. So what would you go with?
Ooh, I'd come back to me. I got to think about this.
Now hear me out, okay? Hear me out. This might be a little dumb. It's a hot take. Mosquitoes.
Interesting.
I didn't even think of like a bug answer.
Disease carrying
Interesting.
mosquitoes. Because those motherfuckers can carry whatever, and all they have to do is land on you. You won't even know it. They inject, and you're dead.
A silent killer.
Well, I mean, maybe not immediately, obviously, but over time. Over time.
Interesting answer. I like that.
Shit, when I was looking.
But hold on here. If my human isn't a land animal, is a mosquito a land animal?
Oh, it's an insect. That's true. But are insects animals? I guess so.
I would consider it an avian insect, though. Mosquitoes fly.
True.
Well, what do you consider like a gator or a crocodile?
Amphibious. That's not a well. Amphibious could be land or water, so I would say you could use an amphibian for either.
Yeah, I would say amphibians count for this. So we're saying mosquito is disqualified.
Well, it doesn't have to be disqualified. I'm
I don't know. I kind of like that
I'm
answer.
channeling my inner Lee here.
You pose a good point though.
Because if that's the case,
If we have to stick to strictly feet on ground, whew. Oh, that one's tough.
see, I'm not. I guess like typical answer would be like a lion, but I don't see them holding up against like a gorilla. I feel like a gorilla would just grab it by its mane and slam it off the ground till it was dead.
What about an elephant?
Oh, yeah. Well, you also have to take a look at are we talking like a one-on-one fight, or are we talking like a solo elephant versus like a pack of lions?
If well,
I would think it would have to be one-on-one.
yeah.
Oh, well then, son of a bitch, if it's one-on-one, it has to be an elephant on pure size, right?
Like when I read this, I was thinking like Mortal Kombat style.
Like,
I mean,
put the
I've
two
never
in.
run into a pissed off elephant, and I don't really want to.
No. I mean, what about like a hippo? Hippos are pissed off. Hippos also kill more people in a year than sharks do.
I was just gonna ask you, is that them or rhinos?
Hippos.
But don't they take their prey underwater and drown them too?
After they crush their skull with those like wooden teeth they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Fuck, that's a good one.
I think
I
I think
honestly
that
have to agree with an elephant though. I think an elephant would smoke a hippo.
I think the disadvantage though with like the hippo or the elephant is the speed of it.
If we're looking at Mortal Kombat style though, does your speed really matter if
I
you can just
mean,
like
In a way, yeah. I just feel like an elephant, it can lose its opponent real easily.
yeah, if you get an animal that's like running circles around it, but how effective is that animal going to be? Your size of an elephant.
yeah, what damage is it gonna do?
Like if we're bringing up the whole monkey on the back of a rhino, why can't it do it to an elephant?
Yeah, but what is the monkey going to do to the elephant on its back?
Get a big ass rock and hit it over the head.
But we're in an enclosed environment though.
So are we not making artificial like land masses or anything?
Well, no, I think you should do an even playing field.
Now you changed up the rules here quite a bit.
Who's that, Lee or me or
Yeah,
me?
Lee.
Well, I
I mean,
don't know what the stakes are here. It wasn't
I
specified.
personally think you should put him on an even playing field because like gorillas are in like the jungle, whereas an elephant is in the desert.
So what you're saying is if it's like a gorilla versus an elephant, there's no specified turf. It's like on just regular old concrete.
Yeah, put them on
Wait,
concrete with like no environment.
So it'd have to be like hand to hand combat.
Yeah.
And you don't think a rhino would hold its own with that horn on the front?
well, elephant also have tusks
And a trunk.
and trunk. I mean, I'm not saying a rhino's a bad answer
Mm.
because a rhino also has the speed.
Yeah, rhino's definitely faster than an elephant.
That's what I mean. Like if I'm just thinking like the rhino goes to the side and takes out its back leg.
But what if it goes to the side and the elephant swings its trunk and kicks a 70-yard field goal with a rhino?
I mean, I guess that's the same if it was a normal fight too. What if somebody gets that lucky punch?
Are we allowed to inject the animals with performance enhancing drugs?
Of course, I wouldn't want it any other way.
If we're injecting animals with performance-enhancing drugs, give me an orangutan.
This is America.
If we're not drug testing the animals beforehand, give me an orangutan.
An orangutan
Yes.
Cracked out orangutan.
over a gorilla?
Yeah. Oh. I'm picturing like King Louis from Jungle Book.
I don't really know what that is. To be honest.
What if we give them all like a nice line of cocaine before they go out?
Well, shit. I'm still taking the elephant. Because now you just have a hyper elephant.
Yeah, that could be dangerous.
Could be. Will we ever know? Probably not.
You know, it would have been nice if our fan would have gave his input on it, like what he would have thought.
So
Well, maybe that'll be this week's
Oh,
comment.
okay.
He's going to answer his question after he hears our answers.
I
And then
talked
he
to him
leaves us
about
with
it.
a new one.
I talked to him about it, and he said he has an answer, but he didn't want to tell me to persuade my answer. And he said he wants to know what my answer is, but me, being the businessman that I am, told him I wouldn't answer until I was on the podcast to make him listen, you know? Get in those views.
That's true. We can't be handing this information out for free.
No. So what are your final answers? You're taking an elephant. Now, I'm
Yes.
going to agree with an elephant, but if there's performance-enhancing drugs involved, I want an orangutan.
I'm sticking with my rhino.
I don't. How much of an advantage does giving a rhino cocaine? Like, how much does that change for a rhino?
Well, rhinos have a personality where they're basically on cocaine to begin with.
Exactly. So, like, that's not really going to change anything for the rhino. I feel like.
And they're practically like armored tanks. They have super tough skin.
Tough.
That's what I mean. Maybe a tusk wouldn't even really bother the rhino on the first go.
Elephants also have tough skin, though.
You know, we're just gonna have to find this out.
I mean, haven't you ever tried penetrating an elephant?
Not in the past 5 years.
So you just don't remember, is what it is. It's been too long.
Oh, not to interrupt here, but the Rangers are currently winning 2-0 in the first period.
Well,
They are
whoever
being outshot 10-4.
the winner of that series is just going to their deathbed anyway, so
Yeah, they're getting fed.
that's irrelevant.
Anyway,
All right. Glad we got that question out of the way. Now that was
yeah,
a
Mr.
hot topic.
Wags, thank you.
Yeah, great question. Great question. Keep them coming. We can move on to Joe's big burning question: glizzies or burgers?
What is he? Burgers. Okay. So here's the thing. If hear me out. If it's at like a cookout where I'm just going to be going in and out getting food once in a while, not trying to eat a whole meal at a time, I'm taking glizzies. But if we're talking for a legitimate dinner, I want a burger.
I think we're talking like a cookout setting.
Yeah, I'd say cookout.
Because
Like if you're at a Memorial Day party today and Big Daddy's at the grill, what are you going up to ask for? A glizzy or a burger?
both.
Do you have a preferred? Yeah, I would choose a burger over glizzy 9 times out of 10.
I think I personally would enjoy a burger over a glizzy.
Yeah, that's not super hard for me. I'm burger easily.
I just feel like people don't know how to cook glizzies, and then next thing you know, they're these dried out, sad looking black wieners.
I mean, I also think glizzies are like that's. I don't know. What am I trying to say here? It's like it's for like an occasion. It's not something that you're gonna.
Like at a baseball game?
Yeah, stuff like that, or like you could eat it at a cookout, but you're not gonna fill up on glizzies.
No. I'll definitely get like one.
I mean, I've seen Joe take on a lot of glizzies at a time, but he doesn't fill up on glizzies.
Can we just call them hot dogs for a little bit?
You don't
No,
like
you asked the question was
What's wrong,
specifically
Joe? You don't like
glizzies
guzzling
or
on glizzies?
burgers. if you wanted to talk about hot dogs, then you should have said hot dogs or burgers. But you said glizzies.
I don't remember ever asking this question either.
You sent it in the group chat.
You did. I
Did
remember.
I?
Yeah.
Yes, you did. 100%.
I might have. I honestly don't remember.
I honestly thought you were gonna say glizzy.
No, I'm a burger guy. Although for Memorial Day, I had at home quite a few glizzies today.
I had some glizzies and sauerkraut last night.
What was the most, or how many hot dogs did you ever take down in one sitting?
I have I have seen cousin Shorten at his best.
A lot.
I have seen him on a 4th of July cookout hammer home some glizzies.
Lee saw though. Lee, to be fair, Lee saw my top performance in eating ever.
Was this the wings?
The wings. I don't know if you know this story though, Joe. Lee, what did I finish on?
63.
My God.
63 motherfucking wings.
Oh my God. That's 5 dozen and 3 extra.
Yeah. And
That is 5 1/4 dozen.
So we
I
used to go to
felt like shit too.
the Anvil Grill every Thursday for like wing night, and we would get 10 at a time, and we would just try to eat as many as we can.
Oh well, yeah, it's a wing night. You have to.
The highest I ever did was senior year. I did 71 because I wanted to
Wow.
get my football number.
71 motherfucking wings.
My most impressive performance eating was alone after hockey practice when I was at Shipton one night.
The McDonald's.
Yeah, I put in work. I was a little famished from practice and had a little something in me, in my system that was making me a little munchy. And I ate an entire bundle box and a 50-piece nugget.
So you mean that hard work from practice, nothing else, right, Joe?
Correct.
Oh man. Honestly, I think Joe's is kind of more impressive because I don't know if I could ever,
That's
even though like maybe the amount is smaller, I don't know if I could ever hammer home that much McDonald's.
that's like 20,000 calories.
But all that shit, like when you're eating it, you can just feel it like sitting in your stomach. It doesn't feel good. I don't know how you did that.
I also don't know how I did that. I also did it as I was driving home, and I had sweet and sour sauce from like one end of my chin to like my crotch.
You were just baked in sweet and sour sauce that
I
night.
was, I was rolling in it as I was driving home.
And were you even upset about it? I don't think.
Absolutely not.
Shouldn't have been. It's impressive.
Joe, you know what I wanted to tell you? At my gym,
What?
they have every morning they have a street hockey league,
Really?
and it makes me think you and how much you would destroy these guys.
Oh, if it's street hockey, probably not, because I'd have to run.
Well, that's what it is with the shoes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm making a resurgence in my roller league. I almost have 20 points on the season.
Yeah, every morning they're there. It's a bunch of like older people, like
Yeah.
our parents' age. And it just makes me think my buddy Joe would kill them fuckers. And they have like all the gear too, like it's insane. Like they're legit. They're there every morning at 5 a.m.
Well, when I get old enough to retire, I plan on still being asleep at 5 a.m. I'm not going to be one of those old people that's up at 3:30 every day.
Well, they're not retired. They go to work after.
Oh yeah, okay, not a chance.
Fuck that.
Yeah, these are like middle-aged people.
Nope, no thanks.
I assume like they did it in college or something. Because they get there the same time I do.
Can you imagine playing an entire hockey game, then going to work?
No.
What about when is it the same thing when I go to the gym, or is that different?
I still couldn't do that before work.
So would
Yeah,
you rather
I'd
go?
like to go after.
So would you rather go at 5 a.m. or 6 p.m.?
6 p.m.
Really?
Yes.
So like when you get home from work, you're not just dead tired and just want to relax.
Well, no, see, I am. That's why I don't really go to the gym.
Oh.
Ugh.
I just hate going after like 4 o'clock. Mostly because of how packed it is.
Yeah, a crowded gym isn't fun.
I'd rather
No.
go at 5 with my old guys. Shout out Bushy.
If he's listening.
I doubt it.
Bushy, if you're listening, you're a real one.
He's on his way to Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan.
Did you
There you
try
go.
that
There you
for
go.
him?
Yeah, he's
Where
up
is he going?
Saskatchewan. He's going to hunt bear. They say they just take him out, drop him in the woods, and then pick him up at the end of the day.
It happens. What's the next hot topic?
Yeah, what else we got here?
We can talk about youth sports and participation trophies.
Yeah.
Okay, start us softly.
So, I grew up in a world where if you lost, you're fucking terrible and you didn't deserve to have dinner.
You didn't deserve to have dinner? You didn't get fed if you lost the Little League game?
Not that
Jesus.
not that extreme, but like I wasn't congratulated when I lost.
Oh, Billy, but you tried your best.
No, that's not how it worked. The only time that started in my house is when we went to college, and Dizik, you know how our football team was, so I personally
You know,
just
our football team was a big disappointment.
yeah.
And
I hate rewarding people for losing.
See, I agree with you, but I think at like a young age, like getting like a medal for being in the league, I think that's okay. But I think at a certain point, like that should cut off.
I mean, I always threw
where's your
them ones
cutoff
away.
point?
Oh, geez, maybe like 10.
When you guys played baseball, did you have like your A team and then like your Bush League team for like the younger kids?
Are we talking like Little League?
Yeah.
No, not I mean, we had like a whole team, like a whole league.
So we had a whole league too, but like from the ages of 10 or 10 to 6, you could play like Bush League, which were like separate games.
He's talking like the equivalent of our instructional.
Okay, yeah.
Um, I don't think we had that. From what I remember, we didn't have that. We just had however many teams.
Yeah, we just had like Little League and instructional. Instructional did not play with Little League.
No.
Okay, so when I
That
was
was like when we got to like the teener baseball though. We had so like there was like a B team and an A team. The B team were the younger kids, and then the A team was the older kids. But like obviously, if you were good enough on the younger team, you could play on the older team.
see, like when I was like 9 and 10, I played both on the A team and the B team. Like I did double duty. So I don't know if that's equivalent to your instructional league.
No, no, we did. You play one or the other.
Okay, so I did double duty. So I guess my cutoff would be. Well, actually, I don't even think I'd have a cutoff. I just don't. I hate participation trophies. That was one thing that always pissed me off growing up. I didn't want to be rewarded for
It's
participating.
it's a different mentality though. Like you took it as it's just basically a memoir of you losing, but people today take it as like I did something.
Yeah, I think that's a great point of it though. I took it as like I fucking suck and I need to do better.
I think people just I don't know. They
A-
just don't view it that way anymore. At least
I
And as
also don't think participation trophies are necessarily like the biggest. I don't know, the biggest like issue.
I mean, I haven't been to a little kids game in a long time, so do they still keep score or is that thing gone too?
keep score.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine.
I mean, keep not keeping score is where I would draw the line. Like you have to learn what it's like to lose.
Yeah.
I would just be worried my kid is going to be okay with losing and not want to improve his game.
Well, that's the thing though. Like, it's okay. I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing to be all right with losing as long as you're trying to improve. Still, you don't settle.
So I'm going to go a step further. I don't think you should be all right with losing. I think you should always want to win, always want to get better. But I don't think like if you get a trophy because you lost, okay, that's fine. Your choices are either be okay with getting that trophy because you lost, or get better, win more, and get the bigger trophy. I think it comes down to that decision. Like, are you okay with just getting a participation trophy, or do you want like get a trophy that actually means something?
Any of you guys coach anything?
I did for a year. I coached junior high football.
Like, do you remember it being the same as when you were doing junior high football, or is it kind of different?
In terms of what?
Like how your coach talked to the kids, like the head
Yeah,
coach.
it's different. 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
But to be fair, our junior high slash high school coaches, at least in the beginning, I don't know if any coach has ever done stuff like that.
No, no.
But you guys always had like the record and stuff to back it up to make it act like it was at least doing something right.
I mean, he did. He was a very good coach. He just needed somebody to talk for him.
Yeah, I mean that's what it came down to.
Like, if he didn't say, he just said stuff that he had no business saying. Whether it was closed, whether the locker room door was closed or open, he just shouldn't have said it.
I mean, it wasn't even called for. We were winning by like 50 at halftime.
But we gave up the kick return right before half, and a certain somebody brought a hot dog in.
Would anybody
Yeah.
like to provide context to the audience on that?
No, not really.
You don't have to use names or anything.
Well, our old football coach, Gick Rice. No, I probably shouldn't. Never mind.
Pretty much, he called
Yeah.
the kid a slur.
Basically, our old head football coach did not like hot dogs. That's the moral of the story here.
That's
In the locker room during the game.
Yeah, absolutely not. In a game that we were winning like 56-7 at halftime.
Basically, he thought we should be up by more.
Could have been 56-0 because we gave up that kick return.
Yeah, that really got him heated.
Come Monday, the kickoff team would be fired. Well, boy, was that ironic.
Somebody was fired. It just wasn't the kickoff team.
Well, some people on the kickoff team were still fired too, but
I'm not gonna lie. I always wanted him to be my coach once he got fired.
He was great to play. Like, he was fun.
he was a treat. That's for sure. If you were on his good side.
Yeah.
Not everybody was on his good side.
No, and he would make it hell if you were not. If you came to summer workouts and like didn't jerk off at practice, you were fine. Pretty much. I mean, I came to summer workouts and jerked off only a little bit at practice, and every once in a while I was the I wouldn't even say I was the target. Like, if he messed with you and like came up with a nickname for you, that more often meant that he liked you.
Yeah, he never like abused you for anything.
Yo, is it you?
Well, he never. No, he abused me quite a bit.
Was
What are you talking about? He called me asshole licker.
Well, okay, but like you said, that's his way of saying you're all right.
Yeah, and you're not wrong with saying that. He called me asshole licker, bubble sniffer, and cousin Joe.
Is he the one who chased you, or did somebody get chased because of you?
No. He is the one who chased somebody, but it had nothing to do with us. He elbow dropped the kid into the fence.
Yeah.
What
And
a
it was
guy.
the wrong kid.
It was the wrong kid, yeah. Oh, I thought you were somebody else. Like, if you're the kid that got elbow dropped into the fence and he comes up to you like smiling after practice, I would run. I would get out of there as quick as humanly possible.
Oh hell no, football ain't worth it. It was a treat.
I just remember
What
getting
else you got for us, Lee?
What do you want to talk about, Joe?
I don't know, man. I'm just I don't know, riding the wave right now. I'm here to talk about whatever we talk about.
You want to talk about Leah Thompson,
Who is that?
the trans swimmer?
No, to be 100% honest with you, no.
That's gonna end bad.
That is going to end very bad, and I like my job.
Oh. It's okay. We never said where you worked.
Yeah, we don't have to.
Do you want to talk about the education system? That was one you brought up.
I feel like I need more time than what we have to talk about that one, so we don't go for an hour.
I could talk about my George Floyd theory that I think led to the winning of the Democratic Party for president.
Yeah, you mentioned something about that, and I was real skeptical. I want to hear what you have to say about that. I'm genuinely interested. While you're doing that, I'm gonna take a second here to shout out to our sponsors. Um, Copenhagen, satisfaction since 1822. Brought to you by Copenhagen. Warning:
Yingling
this
Lager.
product is not a safe alternative to cigarettes. Hey, we gotta dish out some potential ad revenue here. So, Copenhagen, if you're looking to sponsor us,
Yingling if you're looking at sponsors for Hometown Boys.
so no, I don't think I can say that. Yeah, I don't think I can say that.
Say you're a hometown boy or what?
No, it's related to Yingling. I have
Put her in the chat.
I have a relative that I teach.
We don't need to go down that rabbit hole. It seems like trouble.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
let's not.
I can't use names, and it's a relative, and he's one of my students.
Gotcha. So we can't be sponsored by Yingling?
Oh, we could be sponsored by Yingling. That's
Oh.
not saying anything.
Okay. So back to my theory.
Actually,
Okay,
Lee,
sorry.
sorry to cut you off there for a second, but I have talked so much shit on Yingling beer for so long. I had one 2 nights ago, or I don't know if it was 2 nights ago. Yeah, when I was out at the block party 2 nights ago. And I don't know what I've been missing for so long. That was actually not that bad. And I
Which
have
kind?
talked so much shit on Yingling since I'm 21, of course.
Which kind did you have?
I think it was just pure Yingling lager.
Did it have like
You ever have a Golden Hogue?
No, because I always thought I hated Yingling.
You gotta try the flight.
Okay, the flight's bad.
You
The
don't like
flight's
the
still
flight?
bad. Nah, no, I stand by that.
That's my fave.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead, Lee. I just wanted to toss that out there in case Yingling is interested in sponsoring.
Also, I like Seagrams. They came up with the Italian ice and the red, white, and berry. Those are some of my favorite summer flavors.
The red, white, and berry's nice.
And the Italian ice.
My favorite summer flavor is Lee Ambrose.
Cousin Shorten's favorite summer flavor is calm. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know what I'm not allowed to say on this.
Yeah, you're allowed to say anything.
You can cut that out.
No, we don't cut stuff out of this podcast.
I mean,
We probably should at some point.
we don't have to be PG, do we?
No,
Okay. Well, then your favorite summer flavor is calm.
especially my cum.
Okay. All right, there.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Anyway, Lee, hit us with the George Floyd. I'm sorry, I keep cutting you
So
off.
it actually okay. So
No, okay. So wait. No, go ahead.
So in reality, it doesn't actually have much to do with George Floyd. I just started. I think the way it turned was with the George Floyd incident. So as you know, America around that time was really divided, and there was a ton of Trump supporters and a ton of non-Trump supporters. So I think the Democratic Party paid this avid drug dealer or drug user some money just to be a dick and be there that day. And then you have Derek Chauvin or whatever his name is, who's known to be a reckless cop. He's kind of a loose cannon. They paid him a little bit on the side to do what he did to get the BLM movement started, to get the Democratic Party under their wing, and now they have all them votes. They're in office. Boom. Biden and Harris haven't talked to BLM since.
Interesting. Um, there's a lot to take in there.
Okay, hold on. Major hole in your idea here. Why would George Floyd let himself get killed?
He didn't know that was going to be the point. They just said, "Here, come be a dick. You're going to get arrested."
And it just got out of hand.
This guy, I mean, the cop was known to be a loose cannon and do shit like that.
Yeah, he was.
And the
But are you
fact,
saying that the him being killed was planned?
in a way, yeah, because how do you have three other cops around him not do a certain thing as he's kneeling on the back of his neck?
It's an interesting theory.
Because none of them are thinking, "Oh man, that doesn't look right. That's probably wrong." And nobody spoke up or said anything.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. I just maybe I have a little more optimism that my country's government is not always up to no good. I don't think they would plan a murder.
But I don't think they would have won the presidential election without that sort of movement that they were able to leech onto.
Maybe, but do you think now this is just looking at demographics and stuff. Most BLM supporters would not have voted for Trump anyway.
But if that would have never happened, who would have said those BLM movements would have even started?
Right, but
But I think
that's where I'm
what
with you.
Joe is saying is that it didn't necessarily have to start because they weren't supporters of Trump anyway.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just dumb and don't verbalize well.
I just think it put a lot of light on the world and made people maybe reconsider who they were going to vote for. And I'm not talking about like just the BLM people, but people who didn't want to be associated as a racist or canceled because they didn't technically support what they were doing.
Now, okay, you could definitely be onto something there. Yeah.
Like I find it so odd that once they got in the office, they haven't made any contact with the organization at all to meet with them.
I mean, that I can't speak for. That I can't speak for.
And like Kamala Harris has come out many of times and called Biden a racist. I could just be seeing this in a different light. I just feel like it's too fishy.
I agree that something seemed fishy about it. I do agree with that. I just a planned murder. I struggle with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, something could have been planned, but I don't know if it was ever meant to be
And
taken to murder.
that could have been it. It maybe not have meant to go that far. But this dude just said, fuck it.
I'm looking at what Jordan just sent me. Oh, that they actually came out with a new album, Rammstein.
Interesting.
One of their songs is called like Dick and Titten.
Oh, Joe, this is right up your alley. You know what I saw today?
Oh boy.
I was watching a little bit of the Phillies game. The Chili Peppers are going to be at Citizens Bank Park
Yep.
in September.
Yeah, I know. I've already been on tickets. number one, I don't have anyone to go with. Number two, I'm just not a concert guy.
Me neither.
Like, yeah, I would love to go see them, but I'm not willing to pay $250 for a nosebleed ticket. That's just not gonna happen.
Is that how much they're going for?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no, yeah, that's not new news to me. I've been on them since they released tickets. I mean, they are my favorite band. If there's like one band I'd like to see live, it'd be them. My other band I wanted to see, I saw by accident before I even knew who they were.
Bruno Mars.
No, no, the Glorious Sons. I
Oh,
did. Shout out to my boy Ryan Morgans. We did go see Panic at the Disco when I was in college.
interesting.
Yeah, they came to our little auditorium. It was a very sweaty concert. I don't know how much I liked it. There you go. There's a question for you. Not that you are music buffs that I know of, but is the music industry dead?
In what context?
Is there still talent in the music industry?
New talent?
No, I'm saying talent in general. Like, yeah, I would say new talent because, I mean, you have to look at the future.
I would rather go see like an older band. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna have to say yeah. What I think is big is cover songs.
Yeah, I'm good with a good cover,
Like
a
when I go
different
on
version of it.
YouTube and I look at like the trending under music, a lot of it's like cover. Or the people who have their views bought by like Scooter Braun.
Yeah, I'm talking even from the sense of now me and cousin were avid hip hop nation listeners in high school. We were. You can't even laugh
Yeah.
at that. We were.
No, I laugh because it's funny.
But like rap music was good then, or hip hop, or whatever you want to call it. I call it rap.
What are some artists you listen to?
Now we were. I mean, you can't ask me that. Cousin's a big Drake guy. Cousin
No,
loves Drake.
See, I
no,
like Lil Wayne.
no,
I
no,
also like Lil
no,
Wayne.
no, 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 no. Wrong,
Yeah.
wrong, wrong.
No, 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 no. You love Drake.
No, no, no. This is horribly wrong. Now Joe's talking out his ass.
All right, there, Chief.
See, I like Lil Wayne, and I'm gonna say the genuine white guy answer of Eminem.
Well, that's just racist.
Rick Ross.
Big Rick Ross guy. I was big on Kendrick Lamar and Schoolboy Q.
I don't know who that second guy is.
Well, you got to look him up.
See, I was big into like punk rock, I guess you want to call it, like
Oh, geez.
My Chemical Romance, Falling in Reverse, and all that.
So Lee was one of them dudes.
Like I like Skillet.
That's like more kind of the music I'm into now.
Well, I still listen to it. I feel like my playlists are old.
Yeah, for the most part, mine are too.
And then
I don't
like I
listen to a whole
started
lot of.
getting into country around junior year of high school.
Country doesn't do all that much for me. It has to be like a rock country song for me to be into country.
Yeah, I can't get into country.
I have a very select few country songs.
I like classic rock, and I think that's because that's what I listened to with my dad growing up.
Yeah, that's fair. Fair.
But as I get older, I find myself listening to less and less of that. I do like Meek Mill. Some of his songs are pretty decent.
Cousin also likes Meek Mill, but only if it features Drake.
Going back to the original question that Joe posed, I think the music industry now is just like it's evolving out of our taste. So we may not necessarily like the music that comes out now, but like younger people do.
Would you say
And
there's less variety in the music today?
Yeah, 100%.
to me, they all sound the same.
Like, I feel like it's all just like that pop stuff.
Yeah, I mean, but that happens over time. I mean, you go back to like the 50s and 60s. To me, all those songs sound the same too.
Yeah.
Or even further back, we could say to like the I don't know. And like, if you took somebody from there and put them and sat them and made them listen to our music, they'd probably think it was fucking terrible. And I just think that that's what's happening. I think the music's like it's just evolving out of our taste, and we're just not having it.
And I just feel like there's no like creativity in like music anymore.
Yeah,
And
anyone can say a couple words and put autotune on it.
Yeah. Like, I feel like a lot of the songs back in the day, like going back to rap and stuff, I feel like they had meaning in their lyrics when they were rapping.
Well, yeah, it was sometimes questionable meaning, though.
Like going back to Meek Bill, so like the one where he goes like, uh, "Y'all thought I was finished," something like that. I like that song.
That's
I don't know.
Dreams and Nightmares, right?
Yeah, like I think he talks about like, isn't that when he was in jail and shit, and he started blowing up?
That I don't know.
I have no idea.
I was also a Kid Cudi fan, but I wasn't a stoner.
What else you got for us, Lee?
Let's see. Well, this one would be more for Dizzy because I don't know how.
Yeah. I mean, we should probably do a quicker topic because I think it's probably going on an hour now at
Yeah.
least.
So my question to you, Freddie Freeman,
Okay.
do you think he's feeling revitalized in LA, or do you think it's just the fact that the Dodgers have an all-star team around him that makes him just that much better?
Well,
Because he's having a great year.
yeah, but he had great years in Atlanta and he won a World Series. I mean, he was maybe overshadowed by Acuna when he came, but definitely the next man up at that point. If you don't want to say he was the best on that team,
I don't know. I
but
could
then
be
again,
wrong.
they won it without Acuna. He was
Yes.
hurt, so he was the guy on that team.
I just feel like his stat line this season is just so consistent.
Well, I mean, you look at the NL East too. Like that's kind of like the Thunderdome now. And the Mets are good. The Phillies are average at best.
Could be good if they
Even
wanted to.
the Marlins will surprise you. The Nationals are subpar, but still could do damage if they wanted to. So, and like he's playing now. He's playing like the Giants. Okay, that's a legitimate team. That's a good team. Um, who else is out there? The Diamondbacks. That's a waste.
Padres?
The Padres, yeah, who are surprisingly not doing well from what I remember this year.
And I believe the Rockies.
Yeah, well, the Rockies they're another team that's like I just don't think he's playing as good competition over there, especially in the pitching.
Okay, I
I
can
think
see that.
there's definitely a lot worse pitching in the NL West than the East. And like you said, I mean, when you're playing for the Dodgers, you're coming up the bat basically with a guy on base every at bat, unless you're leading off the inning.
I mean, they spend just so much money on their team.
But they can in baseball, and
Yeah.
that's the issue.
Which I was just wondering, like, maybe being on a team like that just kind of like makes
It takes
him
a lot
play
of
better.
pressure off you because you're not the guy. You're just one of many, so it
So
takes a
he,
lot of pressure off of you, and it's not easy playing baseball with pressure.
so like he could probably be playing more relaxed, and it's coming so much easier to him now.
And that's honestly probably what it is. He's just like, hey, I don't have to carry the weight of this team every day.
Do you think the
I don't.
Phillies can turn it around?
Hell no. Our offense is surprisingly lackluster, which I was not expecting. But even when our offense is clicking and we put up runs, we'll score 9 and give up 10. So doesn't matter.
I I mean, if I don't even know if they can figure it out, to be honest with you.
They just need to redo the pitching staff for sure. I think there's a couple pieces on offense to get rid of and replace as well.
Any young guys you're thinking?
Any young guys to get rid of?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you really classify him as young anymore, but I'd get rid of Reese Hoskins. Definitely not a young guy, but Didi Gregorius, get him out. Uh,
Roman Quinn.
he's useless.
He's fast. That's about it.
That is it. And it's not that Reese Hoskins is bad, but he might be the only thing that I'm willing to part ways with, at least right now, that you can get value out of. I mean, I'd get rid of either him or Alec Bohm, to be honest with you.
I feel like you can get more value out of Bohm.
Yeah, Bohm is younger, and you have guys that you're, I guess, some guys that have been in and out or up and down, basically, that you can put at third base. Like Mickey Moniak played today. Um, they had Bryson Stott. Like both of those guys can play third. Well, Mickey Moniak's more of an outfielder, I believe. But no, I don't think the Phillies can turn it around. I think their pitching is just
Gonna lead
way
them
too
down.
bad. I mean, you have a solid starter in Wheeler. Nola is a hit or miss. He's either really good or he's awful. Kyle Gibson's been he's probably been the most consistent. I'm not saying the best pitcher, but the most consistent on the team. And then after that, it's just a fucking shit show.
A rotating fucking door of people.
And I mean, like once you get into that bullpen too, it's just game over.
Well, fellas, we hit our hour mark.
Yeah, you lost me a bit on the baseball one. I don't
Any
know a whole
closing
lot.
words?
I would like for our audience to be given more than one suggestion. help us keep the topics flowing.
I'll talk around and see what I can muster up there.
You could tell everybody this will be up tomorrow.
It's a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's what you get though when you're dealing with the best.
I know. I would like to thank our Lord and Savior, Mr. Arctic Dutch, for the tireless work he does behind the scenes and the countless hours that he puts in to run this whole operation.
And we'll be back to recording this weekend. We'll have another video up next Monday.
Yes, sir.
If you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, leave a review. Leave a 5-star review. If you're on YouTube, leave a comment, drop a like, drop a sub. Ask us a question, and you'll be featured in our next episode, like our boy B Wags was. Special shout out to him being our first question. Anything
Keep them
else
coming.
before we
keep 'em
close out
coming.
here? All right. Bye bye.
Roll Tide, what?